And crime and violence must stop.
People, bless up on yourself again, man. You don't know it's another episode again with Ball Free TV. You don't know there. I talk about the trendy topic. You understand, the Ravel Morrison story continue again. But King, the Ball Free TV, what a show last night with that TX Tuesday. That show is doing its rounds, man. How proud of yourself or how proud are you of yourself doing that TX Tuesday, man?
Bro, just give thanks, remember say you have to give thanks to everybody as well as him and bless up yourself to everybody out there who watch the show. And big up yourself to Nicardo, because you're real, bro. Remember say you help motivate me to keep going as well, bro. So you don't know.
Yeah.
You have to put in the work. But Ravel, the man himself.
Yes, so people, Ravel did that interview, that I think it recorded and uploaded on May the 19th. So given that the 60-man squad submit quite a while now, with the JFF and CONCACAF. So I guess Ravel didn't get any call up, so we'll have that video clip to drop as well, But what was your first takes initially of knowing that, look, Ravel is not in the 60-man pool? Like, Ravel just can't make a JFF squad that is have 60 players. Come on, King, like, really? A quality player like that?
Yeah, that don't make sense. All right off the top, it don't make sense. 60 player, all right, so you break it down now, midfield. If you say 20 player, 10 player midfielder, you can't find 10 midfielders right now. We're eligible for play for the Reggae Boys, we're better than Ravel Morrison. You see me? If you say age-wise, you still have players in the team where, I'm a 32, you still have players in the team where 32. So there is no criteria, and I'm really, really waiting on that press conference for hear what the coach have to say, because something have to do them more than sporting reasons, because the mere fact that the player play competitive football, the mere fact that the player look like he's in shape, the player numbers speak for itself. The truth is, me have to hear what the coach has said, because nothing makes sense. And I speculate, we have to speculate, but none of it makes sense for Ravel. Can't make a 60-man prelim squad.
Yeah, and you talk, we always talk about the level of where Ravel Morrison is playing as well. We always like, is it better than the JPL? And we still don't know, because that league, the broadcast, that league, and the statistics nowhere. You have to depend upon word amount. This is like when Alan Skillcola play football. When when people they are Jamaican, they say, yo, Alan Skillcola mash up Brazil. Then they know what go on. They must year and I see on newspaper and I read and them go think that. You understand? But I mean, Ravel though is a quality player, King. But for me, when I watch at TX Tuesday, yesterday, I look at it and I say, yo, at the first ever breakdown a Reggae Boy squad with so many young players. You understand? Like 17, the young man at Ajax, what's that? Lewis from Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
I can give and take that. Look, if we're going to bypass the Ravel Morris era to integrate these young players, just like the USA did after a fail of 2018 World Cup qualifier in Trinidad, they start to get into the McKenny, all these players, the Adam. If it's something, this is a transition that we're going, I can live with that, because these guys are the future. You don't know what's the potential these guys will fulfill in the next 10 years. Maybe can go as great at 3x time than Ravel Morrison. So I'm not saying, Ravel not supposed to in the squad. If the coaching staff say, hey, he's not going to be in it, I can't find it. If they said he's going to be in it, then he's just one of them like a 50-50 balance where you just don't know which one to jump on. You understand? But who want to see Ravel like, because we know the quality he have. But I want to get to this clip, where you actually talk about, the level and what you really think about playing in the third tier of UAE League.
Yeah, I spoke with the club about coming back. It's enjoyable. You get a nice life with it. I do miss like football at home though.
Comforts.
Yeah,
It's a good setup where you are. We went on Friday to watch a game, but it is a proper setup, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is good. I think the facilities and everything's good there. The way it's run, everything's spot on. But just like sometimes you do miss European football. Do you like a Tuesday night game or something?
Yeah.
Right, you going away and you playing, you got all the fans. I do miss that.
Are you still open to doing that?
No, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So I wasn't sure if you've kind of moved out here just playing a bit of footy and
living
the life.
Try to get going again.
Yeah.
But no, I can't complain over it. I do enjoy it over here. I do miss, like I said, the games back home, but I wouldn't complain if I stay here.
Do you get frustrated
In games?
with the other lads? You know, like, 'cause have you not got to have so many Emiratis playing? Maybe not the
in
greatest.
the one league above, yeah.
Right.
But in our league, we've got everyone's foreign. We've got like 2 Spanish. We did have 5 English, 1 Dutch.
But do you get frustrated with when they're shit?
No, we got a good bunch.
I watched more of the game than these did.
Yeah, we got a good bunch.
You know what I mean? You know, like
Yeah,
listen
I
to
know
the
what you
levels
mean.
that the
I know
players
what
who
you
you
mean,
play
yeah.
with over your career. You're like,
Sometimes there's a lot of simple stuff that can be done, but we overcomplicate a lot of stuff. But other than that, I think we've got a good bunch, especially a good group of lads, and yeah, it's enjoyable. I think the other teams are all crap though.
the other ones are.
Yeah, we should really have won the league, but we've dipped a little bit.
Hey, this man, in characters, you have, in person of watching him, doing podcasts. I watch Ravel, 100 times, doing podcasts. But the man say basically some of the teams them are crap, them should have win the league, but them just dip, and that is, the man them get complacement king. The league was just so easy at, but what you think of what you just said?
Yeah, so it's very interesting how him break down everything, because him speak about the facilities, him speak about the organization, which is good. But him also speak about the quality of players or the level of players. So him a bit true. Him not pretend like say, all right, I know say the league is very competitive and there are tougher players there. So him speak about it what it is. So that is Ravel. Him attack from him heart and him attack with he's a very great character. You get me? I say, but him also be honest. And the part of it that I really like it. It's very refreshing. Same attack from him heart. And just be himself. You get me? I say, and that is Ravel for you.
Yeah, and it just seems like, the first part where he said, like, I just want to get back on the pitch, but then again, him say, you miss that choose a game playing away the European style, European game, in the lower tier of England, Saturday morning choose, and he missed that. And before he went out to UAE King, I did this a lot of cover his transfer rumors around on the morning insider, just like I'm doing now. And a few, clubs were interested in him, but what were happening, King, that the salary, the asking price of Ravel, it was a little bit too high. His demand was such, he was priced out actually League 2 and League 1 teams. He wanted to get into the championship, but guess what? That real concrete, team didn't really come in for him in the championship. It was all about the League 1 teams, and one League 2 teams, came in, and he basically like, look, I don't want to play League 2 football. I want to, the lowest he can go is League 1, but he went all the way to, Saudi, and not Saudi, UAE, and what the bag is good. You understand? He said, look, the living is good, it's good out here, it's nice. You understand? But what's your takes though? And he said that, look, I miss the feeling of playing Saturday, Tuesday, the European side.
So when he said that for me initially, what came to my mind is probably the atmosphere, especially because knowing that it's the Middle East and those countries are rooted in their religion. So from my little knowledge of it, it's that the fans, them not really drink a lot. So or they don't drink, I think them ban drinking in some countries. So the atmosphere is not the same. I guess it's more a controlled atmosphere with you have the man where frost and I tell you all kind of things in the time. So you probably not get that. And probably those things help to drive the players them as well. Don't get me wrong. So probably that, and the intensity is probably not there as well, because even at the lower leagues in England, especially England, say a hard ball. So probably the hard ball and the competitiveness and the high intensity is not there where drive your adrenaline. So that's what we get from him saying that as well. Probably closer to him family as well, and him see some more familiar faces and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just speculating, but very interesting. And Ravel gate as it is.
But even that podcast, Ravel go on to even saying, look, playing in Mexico and leaving, that was one of his biggest mistakes in his career. He wanted to stay and he wished he could have stayed there for the rest of his career. One, the team, they highly supported like 35, 45,000 every home game. He said he enjoyed playing against Club America. You understand? Monterrey. He enjoyed playing in the Liga MX alone just by the passion, they're so passionate about their football, and he said that's what really drive him. So maybe that was the same exact sentiment that you just shared, that he really missed the passion. The press talking about Ravel, the next morning, what a goal. He's on the radio, he's on national TV. And he's not gonna really get that. If that team no post by Instagram, who the hell going to see that league? You're the first one I heard broke it. Like, look, it's like watching, corner league cricket where you see the carrot drive run at the back part of one goal. Like, you understand?
Yeah.
So I really bush league, but the man said he might talk to the club of going back another season. At this point, cannot make a 60-man pool. Ravel Reggae Boy career seems like it's going down the hill at this moment.
Yeah, definitely. And boy, rough, because guess what? I don't know if I really the club that is on it they're using, as I say, I'm dying to hear from the coach, because that one they have to find out. Because at the end of the day, as I say, you can't really see much footage. Because one you have to use footage.
So make we jump in the other video where he talk about the potentially after the US game, there's no call and his wish of getting into the Unity Cup.
Well, I have to go to Jamaica for a game, fuck it.
He hasn't moved out there, has he?
Is it not?
No, I don't think so.
We'll open one.
Are you still involved with Jamaica? Where you're at?
So they've just announced a tournament, haven't they, in England. Have you seen that?
No.
So there's 4 teams: England, Ghana, Jamaica, and Trinidad, that are going to do a little tournament in the summer. So hopefully I'll get picked for that. It'd be nice to, but we'll see. And then we've got the Gold Cup. I went just before Christmas. Was it November or October? I went to America there, but since then, no.
Because obviously you'll know McLaren.
Since McLaren's taken over, sorry.
Yeah, I had McLaren at Derby, didn't I?
Yeah.
He was at Derby as well. And obviously I knew him from when I was at United, younger. But he's a good guy, McLaren. Nice guy. Do you know him?
No.
Yeah.
But we obviously had lads from Derby, and there was a time when they were unbelievable in the Championship.
Yeah.
Good coach.
Yeah, good coach, good man manager. Nice. He gets respect of everyone because of the way he is.
And that's basically what is going on right now. Everywhere McLaren go, him see like he's a little con artist, like him just know how to galvanize people's spirit. And just, he seems like his spirit is just contagious, like it's just easy to spread and, be around. But, I mean, what do you think, man? After that game in Missouri, USA game, that away game where we sent for Ravel in that second leg, did not even play him in that game. And after that, this man said there's no call, but he wished he would be in that Unity Cup squad going forward.
Yeah, so interestingly, Ravel speak highly of McLaren, because you hear me tell them, I say, yo, he's a good coach, a good man manager, a good lad. So Ravel didn't speak a bad word about him. I don't know if he might not say nothing because he might get called up or whatever, but he never speak a bad word about him, so he's open to get called up for the Unity Cup squad. That is what him said. Now, the timeline, I just said, the last time Ravel got called up for that game, he didn't get a minute. We sent him from so far, and he didn't get a minute. So, not sure what's happening. And you hear him clearly say, from then him not get a call back into the squad, but he's still hoping to get a call back. So, it's very interesting where I do wrong. I don't know where I do wrong. It can't be some things from the past, because him did get called up recently. And again, he also spoke about him playing under McLaren at Derby, he said, right? So it doesn't seem like them have no issue with each other per se. So it's very interesting to hear why he isn't getting called up. It just doesn't make no sense to me, Nicardo. I tell you the truth, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't make no sense to me. So it's going to be very interesting to hear what the coach say in the interview.
I don't know. As what I heard with him talking about the Unity Cup and say he loved to be a part of it, I don't see any personal issue with him being not available for the games that's coming up, the Unity Cup, the World Cup qualifier, and Gold Cup moving forward. It seems like he's available. Seems like he have all the free time on his hand right now. You understand? So I don't know if Steve McLaren have anything personal with him. We know about the Andre Blake off, being saying, hey, Ravel is this, Ravel, him selfish in some way, but every big star have, that little side of them. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's not that player
he got called up after that, right? He got called up after that incident. So that should have swept under the rug. That gone under the rug. That gone into the box.
Got called up.
And Alvas got called up. So it just
no Junior
none of
Fleming.
that makes sense.
You understand? But no Junior Fleming, and he was a part of that colleague, that gang, and the top as well. So I don't know where it is going. I don't know if it's McLaren is not looking as he's going to. Remember, he always talk about Wise Code in interviews that I wonder if Wise Code can pick up over there. I'm wondering if the Wise Code cannot find any signal in the third tier of UAE League. Junior Fleming is in the first tier scoring goals, but Ravel is 2 tier down. You know, he's banging goals. You understand? So I don't know where we should go from here. But even that same podcast, you know, King, he talk about Sam Allardyce, that's one of his best period in his career, you know, playing in a Sam Allardyce, you know, but they have their problem. But he still, as much as he said him and Sam Allardyce have their problem, I think it was at West Ham, him still said, hey, Big Sam is a good guy, he's a great fella, he know how to coach, he know how to get the best out of me. You understand? He allow him to get a lot of freedom. But look, this is the if it guys, if we don't listen that press conference, we don't understand Ravel of where him coming from in his career. Ravel is a luxury player. So many times Ravel say, hey, I don't fit to train today because he said I think his mom was admit in hospital on a life machine with appendix, and he has to stay home from I think it was Lazio. I think no, when he was at West Ham and scored that goal and Tottenham Hotspur, he said he has to stay at home during the Christmas break, and the coach was living it. You know, he said the coach was okay with him, King, of being home and stay home with his younger brothers because his mom is not feeling well and life machine in at the hospital. But the coach, when he was in front of the players, it was a different thing. He was talking so many bad stuff about Ravel. So Ravel is this type of player that he might have him personal issues, and it's been following him since Ravel, you know, is a youngster. Did you know that Ravel came through the Man City ranks?
Yeah, I heard it. I
never knew that as well.
And I never know it before that interview. I never know it before the interview. But interestingly enough, in the interview, Ravel, I think a lot of people have issues with him, and as he said in the interview, him not have an issue with nobody. So like, I think they're asking him, wait there, who you not like? And him basically said, no, man, everybody good. Like, and that's not the narrative that's painted out there. So that was very interesting again. But for City, Ravel also speaking about if he's a luxury player and the type of player. Ravel is the type of player that you say, all right, guys, give Ravel the ball and he'll make magic. And that is what Ravel wants, a coach that believes in him. You know, say, all right, Ravel are the man and you help build a team around him. And that is Ravel Morris. We know because we know magic is not in those boots. And Ravel love Jamaica, bro. Ravel, the love for Ravel have for Jamaica. Me have no doubt that Ravel love Jamaica with him heart. Ravel feel like him born on the island.
As you were saying, share the story about the driver's license.
Yeah, the driver's license. So I found it very interesting. So Ravel was speaking about the fact that he doesn't have a British driver's license because to do the test, he's saying that him said to himself that like him say him not smart enough to go do the written test or so them ask him say, oh, you drive? And him say, I drive with my Jamaican driver's license. So I found it very interesting. So I'm like, yo, the man come to Jamaica, come get him Jamaican driver's license. I will not forget the details about getting a Jamaican driver's license, but it's very interesting that
yeah, but but it's sad. Listen to this 5-second clip.
What's your favourite position, by the way, or your best position?
I'd say number 10 on midfield.
Number 10 on the midfield. You think Ravel can get in break in that midfield tree with Isaac Hayden 6, John Russell at 8, and Lewis Baker playing slightly as as a 10? Do you think he can break in that midfield? That would be one of the most star-studded midfield if we can get Ravel, to either come on, in the second half to give us the last, 30 minutes of a game, when Luis, one of those players, depending on the momentum of the game, or, you want to take out one of the wing players and, clog that midfield up. But where you think would be the perfect position for him with Isaac, Luis, and John is available at this moment?
So, as him said, in that number 10 role, especially if we have Aiden as the number 6 and Russell as a number 8, I think that number 10 spot would be a fight for, because guess what? it would have been what, Baker coming in now as the number 10. So
Mhm.
it would have been if you have Ravel off for the bench for the last 20 minutes can be a game changer. If you need Ravel for start some game, if you even need Ravel for play the number 8 role, I think Ravel is capable of playing the number 8 role. So Ravel adds quality and adds value to any squad, hands down. So I don't see it being an issue having Ravel in the squad, even if you're not start him. Even if
Yeah.
you're not starting, Ravel can add value off the bench at any given moment. Magic in those boots. That is how I view Ravel. So me really want here we go on, and me really want Coach McLaren just fix things. If I ever see Ravel in the Unity Cup and the
Something.
World Cup qualifiers, we want to see Ravel.
Something, but I mean, it kind of sticky still in the king, because if that podcast release May the 19th, that was on Monday. You understand? What was the time gap of when that podcast shoot, and the time span of the Unity Cup select and submit? I don't remember. That's in Ravel backyard. That's in England. Ravel, and the thing though, that would have been a very good showcase if we were looking for the best interest for our star study player, Ravel Morrison. We could have given him that call up, let him prove himself in England. Scouts will be there. The team from the League One, League Two, it's off seasonal, so they are currently looking for players. And this would have been the perfect show for Ravel, to highlight himself and establish himself again, in the UK. Because if you ask me, if he's last in the system and he's our star player, what about the scouts, the TDs, the sporting directors in England? Them are gonna last. Them not gonna know what going for Ravel. Them can't even go up on them computer and find stats about Ravel Morrison. So that would have been the perfect, showcase for him to go and highlight his skill set. What you think?
Yeah, definitely. The mere fact that he didn't make the 60-man squad, this is Coach McLaren and the coach's opportunity to fix things. Do right by Ravel. Make we see him in a Unity Cup and make we see him in the World Cup qualifiers. Fine. The 60-man squad done gone already. There's nothing can be done about that. But we have a chance to fix things and make it right.
Yeah.
Give Ravel in the Unity Cup and give Ravel in the World Cup qualifiers. And the only way to make it up to it. And that me I say.
Yeah, I'm wrapping up right now. The last time me really hear stories and conversation of a player that it's like everywhere, you go on YouTube is Ravel. You remember growing up as a youth, you go to Excelsior, you must know about the Walter Boy story. You heard of it. That's a story that cannot stop telling Nannyville community that during the time of Rennie Simone didn't leave him out of the squad, a roadblock. And I'm saying this, if it goes in September, October window in the last phase of World Cup qualifier, and we start to pull out the calculator and say, no, say, Jano, that team around us a dry, a roadblock at the man must say, see it, we need Ravel in the team. And I feel it gonna reach a stage where it gonna come off of YouTube and it gonna just transition back in the streets in Jamaica. You understand? But it seems like it's similar to the Walter Boy story.
Yeah, and the truth is, Ravel Morris is a generational talent. No matter how you want to put it, every great player that played with him come and say so. From the Paul Pogba to the Sir Alex Ferguson, you name it. The golden era of that Manchester United team, all of them that saw him, everybody speak highly of him. Yes, probably his career never panned out how it was, but again, you can still see that Ravel have that quality in them boots. And as you know, nothing to Jamaican like them favorite superstar. So as you are saying that, if there's a need, I can foresee something like that happening. I can foresee roads are black. I can foresee those things happening. Forget them favorite player in, because you know that, especially there's a need. There's a need in midfield. We still not have 100% midfield solutions. Yes, you spoke of the players that are in the 60-man squad, that we have a few younger midfielders coming through, like the Tyrese Hall, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But again, there's still not a fixed solution there for say, all right, then we don't need Ravel because X and X and X did it. That's not the case. And until that's the case, we can safely say, all right, then, Ravel, you do your time, but that's not the case at the moment. So I can't say anything is possible right now. Ravel is one of the people in favorite player. Ravel is a fan favorite, is what you call a fan favorite. And for fan favorites, we know how Jamaica love them superstar already. You see me? So anything is possible, but really wants the coach to do the right thing, wants to Ravel
Yes.
in the Unity Cup and wants to Ravel for the World Cup qualifiers.
Yes, people, that is it, for the morning insider. You understand, ball pre, I've said it, and we have a closeout right now. But